Hello parents, I'd like to welcome you to April 27th through May 1st. I'm excited to tell you that we have 2.5 weeks of school left. I want you to know that you are doing an excellent thing for your child, partnering with me in the education of your child. I'm so thankful for your faith in me as a teacher, and I applaud you for the diligence in helping make sure that your child is progressing through the end of the 3rd grade year. Let us look at Galatians 6:9. It says, "Let us not be weary in doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we not faint." You are doing a good thing, and you are doing it well. All right, I'm going to start off with the school announcements. Please go onto My Schoolworks if you haven't already and view your child's report card. As soon as you log in, you'll see that there's a little icon for reports. Go ahead and click on that, and then you can click on the report card, and then you're going to see that there's a box for you to click on to sign it. The office would like you to do this in place of having it printed out and then you signing it and turning it back into the school. So please go ahead and do that. If for some reason you're not able to log in, you may call the office during the office hours to get help in logging in. We also have a form that has been sent home or will be there for you this Wednesday called Vacation Stations, a summer review book to help keep your child working through the summer and be ready for 4th grade. It's $19 and you would need to turn in the form and $19 by May 13th. We will continue to have drop off and pick up every Wednesday from 9 to 12 through May 13th. That will be the last day to drop off work for your child. All right, now onto our class announcements. Our 3rd grade sound poem book is in production right now. I'm hoping that they would be able to get it finished and have it arrive at my house by May 13th, but if not, don't worry, I will get those to you once they come in, and I'm hoping that we could have a publishing party, maybe in person if all of this allows for that. If not, then we'll do a Zoom party and make a video to celebrate the publishing of our book. The next thing, the envelope that you have to keep the tests in, I just want to remind you that parents, will you please safeguard the tests? Please keep them from your child and make sure that you are taking charge and administering those tests to your children when they are due. And the week of instruction that we're on, so this week, please stay within this week of instruction to the best that you can. You will most likely at home have to fluctuate here and there depending on what's going on, but please do not go ahead to the next week with work. Thank you very much in helping me keep on track. If you are overwhelmed or frustrated at any time, please contact me right away so that I can see about what we can do to help with the situation. I know that more people are going back to work this week, and so please contact me right away. As I stated last week, our priority through the end of the year is math, reading, and English. Please utilize those homeschool videos for the math. They are crucial for your child's conceptual understanding of division. Then we will also get into decimals as the last chapter. And they also, the homeschool videos, they provide a daily review of the 3rd grade concepts, which will benefit them more than anything preparing for 4th grade. Also with reading, I noticed something this last week when I made the reading videos. The students who watched most of the reading videos versus students who hadn't watched the videos, there was a big difference. Students definitely understood and comprehended the material better if they had watched those videos. The reason for it is because the videos and in the classroom, there is teaching of reading strategies instead of just reading the story and then doing a worksheet. While reading the story and before reading the story, if your student is introduced to vocabulary, taught how to determine the meaning of words using context clues, is given or building up with their background information or pulling out their background information, such as what did they already know about Native Americans, what had we already learned about the Oregon Trail or pioneers going out west with the story Captive Treasure, and also teaching your child to think as they read, to ask questions while they read. All of that will help your child build their comprehension and strengthen their comprehension, which a lot of our third graders across the country do struggle with. So please be mindful of that. All right, last thing is there's a couple changes for the remainder of this year. With reading, there are some pages that you do not have to complete unless you want to as a parent. I'm going to show you a slideshow here in just a moment to show you what I'm talking about. But most of the backs of the orange reading papers are word work papers and work. And so those backs, those can be optional. As a parent, if you know your child is advanced and they're bored, or you know you want to challenge them, you could still have them do it. Those of you who are overwhelmed or frustrated, or you know that there's something that you need to leave out, don't do the back of those worksheets if that is too much at this time. The other thing is health and history. From this point forward with health and history, to help you concentrate most on math, English, and reading, the tests and the quizzes, I want you to use those as open book or as like review questions or such. So you can give those tests and quizzes to your children after they have read as much as they could and have them fill out those questions using their book. And that should help. But if you know that your child has benefited greatly this year with how we have done instruction, then you could challenge your child to continue as is, having them read and then administering the test. If you choose to do that, your child will get extra credit. So if you administered the tests and quizzes as usual with a closed book, then write closed book at the top of the test or the quiz, and they will get significant extra credit for doing that. Last thing is drop off this Wednesday. This Wednesday, I will have a table set up out of our classroom. I'll still be using social distancing, so there'll be a table there. There will be one box to put all the papers in. There'll be another box for bigger items, such as all the library books. I need those returned, borrowed books from the classroom, those who had earned getting the resurrection eggs sent home or books, and any unused watercolor paints. Go ahead and return those items this Wednesday as you can find them and remember. And then there will be a bag with your child's name and number on it for you to pick up items that you'll need this week. All right, at this time I'm going to share this slideshow with you. And I kind of got off of that, but let's see, I'm going to share this slideshow with you. If you bear with me. All right, this is a picture of the vacation station. This is the, sorry, trying to figure out this Zoom. This is the summer review workbook form that you can fill out and turn in that $19 by the end of the school year. Here is something that I want you to know about math. These math worksheets that have the colors on them, please do not turn these in. Your child, you need to keep these. If we were still at school, this would be the lesson papers that they would have put back into their school binder that they kept at school and took home every day. So this is not homework. These are lesson papers that you need to keep at home. Please do not turn them in on Wednesday. Your child may need to look back at these to help review and be prepared for the tests. Here's an example of the back of the reading paper. If you look all the way at the bottom, it says word work, are influenced vowels. These are the back sides of the worksheets that can be optional from this point forward. You can decide how you want to use these with your child. So any that say word work at the bottom. There will be some reading papers that you do the front and the back that are completely related to the story or the reading strategy. So just take a note of that. And then last thing, with the English work that is due this week, for the resurrection activity, I want to remind you that I need you to turn in these papers that your child used to plan those published sentences. This is an example of one that I did with a student for one-on-one. At the top, there should be the graphic organizer, then the first sentence, adding in the adjectives and adverbs, and so on. Please turn these in. If you can't find some of them, that's fine, but I should at least see some so that your child can get a grade for the planning portion of writing. All right, that concludes my announcements for you. That concludes my announcements for you. I just hope that you feel refreshed after your weekend and that you're ready for another week. I'm so proud of you, and I just thank you so much. God bless.